Okay, so then December 18th was my cycle 2 day 1, and on that day I was pretty upbeat. I was walking around with my little I don't know what's called, my little cart, my little chemo cart. I did do some crafts, I think. Actually, no, I didn't. I just did like coloring adult pages and stuff, and I was looking at prom dresses and stuff. And then December 19th was my day 2 of cycle 2, and I literally just slept that day. Then day 3 was December 20th. Basically I tried to knit and like literally failed so bad. So then I started trying to crochet a blanket and I could not do it. I could literally only get a straight line, and then one of my nurses knew how to, and she taught me how to start making more rows, so it started getting thicker and thicker, but I literally made like a little purple square. And then day 8 was December 26th, and this was really like a crazy day because my mom like didn't really know about Liam, my boyfriend, at this point. She like knew of him kind of sort of, but she didn't really know we were dating. She just knew that I really like liked him a lot, and she thought like I kind of stopped talking to him actually, because I kind of talked to her and I was like, how am I supposed to like, what if I die? Like what, like what if something happens to me? Like that's kind of scary. So basically I like told her like I probably shouldn't be talking to this kid anymore because what if I die? And so she was like, no, like don't think that, like literally don't think that. But I was like, in the back of my head, like I was always thinking that, and I was just like, I don't know. But basically, so cycle 2 day 8, Liam surprised me and he came to Chop Voorhees, and my mom was kind of mad, and it was so awkward because the lady at the front desk came, like she came back, and so basically if someone comes to visit you, they have to come back and tell whoever's back there, like if, so say it was my mom in there, they said, oh, Kayla has a visitor, like it's blah blah blah, or whoever it is, and they'll tell the person so they can either say, yeah, I would like to see them, or no. So my mom was like, what? And she looked at me and I was like, okay. So then basically he came back, and my mom ended up going and getting me coffee, I think, or I think she got me something to eat, I forget. So she went and did that, and this was extremely awkward because my nurses kept coming in, and like I was like obviously I was like on medication, so I was acting a little goofy. So I was acting weird, and I literally was embarrassing myself so much in front of him, and I was just like, what the heck am I doing? And my nurses like kept cracking up, and like they literally kept walking by the door, and they were like kept staring at him and looking at him, and I just thought it was the funniest thing because they were all like, oh my god, Kayla's a boy here, and like it's like really funny because like I never expected to become so close with like my dog. Like I just, like it's not like I would ever like not want to talk to my nurses or my doctor, like it's not that. I just never expected to be as close with them as much as I am. Like like now, like I don't go back because my doctor switched to the main campus like after I was done my chemo, but she switched to the main campus. And I love my doctor to death. Like I love her so much, but I also love my nurses. But she called and basically said that she's switching to the main campus. So if I wanted, I could start going to the main campus. So of course I said yes, because she's my doctor. She was there when I started. Like I want her to, I don't want to switch doctors. Like I want to keep it the same. And like it's like a love-hate relationship. Like I miss them so much, like thinking of it now, like looking back, like it's so weird, like now, like not being there and not seeing them all the time. Like it's like they're a part of my family now, and it's like I hate not seeing them, but like I don't want to be back there because that would be like bad, because it'd be like, oh, like you're getting chemo again. Like I want to be back, but I don't want to be back. Like it's like weird. So basically I don't really think I have any pictures of Liam being there. I might have a video, but I'll try and find it. But so basically it was just really awkward because I was embarrassing myself in front of him, and my nurses thought it was so funny. So that was that. And then on January 5th, so basically December 26th was my midway point of my chemos. So basically halfway through they do a PET scan, and a PET scan's where they inject you with glucose, and you have to sit for a while. I think it's like an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes, might even be 45 minutes, I forget. There's so many different scans I've gotten, and like you have to sit for all different amounts of time. It's so weird. So they give you a PET scan halfway through your chemos to see if you need any, if you have to add any radiation or add any more cycles. So that scan for me happened on January 5th. So that was just like, it was just like, I just think scans are annoying because I either have to pee or I fall asleep, and then I have to wake up and I'm in a good sleep and I just want to keep sleeping, but like I have to get up because my scan's done. So then my scan ended up being good, and I ended up not having to any radiation or any chemos added as of that point. Like it was where they wanted it to be. It was a little better of where they wanted it to be. And then January 8th was my cycle 3-day one, and there's this thing and it's called Beads of Courage, and my child life she showed me this, and basically there's beads for everything. And it says Beads of Courage on it, and I never really finished mine. I still I still have to. Name's obviously Kayla. I don't know how this will look. Okay, well I don't know how to make it like go for it. And this is where I got to so far. It's pretty long. So I spent my whole day one doing that, my whole day two doing that. And then day three, I was prom dress shopping online. And every time my nurses came in, I would ask for like a cute survey. So then the dress I ended up wearing to prom was the dress that my nurses helped me pick out, which I like, oh my god, like I just like, I don't know, I just thought it was, I just think it's still really, really, really cute that like they helped me pick it out. and I actually ended up getting that dress so much. So then day 8 was January 16th, and that was a good day. I basically slept and did some schoolwork, and what else did I do? I colored a lot. I made a lot of friendship bracelets. Yeah, basically I either slept, colored, talked to my nurses, or online shopped. And then on January 22nd, I had a pulmonary lung function test, and that basically, I'll have to show a picture. I hated these. You have to, it's like a lung capacity test, how much your lungs can hold, how weak or strong your lungs are, because like I said, chemo is toxic and it hurts your body. And so me personally, like my lungs, like now, like today, my lungs aren't, like they've gone down from what they were. So basically they just want to see how your lungs are affected also from the chemo. And then my my cycle day 4, day 1 ended up getting pushed forward a day because we had a Disney trip planned before we found out that I had cancer, before all of this happened. And my doctor ended up allowing me to go. I am so thankful for, because I really like needed that, like just to get away from all the stuff. Like it wasn't, I don't know, like my friends kind of think I'm crazy, but like for me it wasn't a bad experience. It was like a learning experience, and like kind of a good experience in a way, because it opened up so many like different opportunities for me. And like I don't know, just like I met a lot of great people throughout the process, and like I feel like, I don't know, like I just feel like more of a mature person like going through that. Like I just feel like, because you have to remember to take your medicine, you have to remember like appointment dates, you have like, you just have to stay on top of stuff, and especially going through school through all of this too. And yeah, like it was really good. Like I just felt like I needed to get away, so I was so happy that my Dr. Batra, let me go. So then on January 31st, I had my cycle 4, day 1, and that was a long day. That was like, it was like, since it was a day 1, it was a long day. But my I think it was my blood pressure. I started unbelievably, uncontrollably shaking, and I was freezing, but I had a very, very high fever. My blood pressure was low. I was shaking, like it was like I've never had a weird reaction like this to anything, and like I've had the same chemo 3 past times, and like I've never had that happen to me before. I have to drink some water. um so I've never had that happen to me before, and my doctor was away. She was in California for a conference. So there's another doctor, his name's Dr. Nick, and he wanted me to go to the hospital, but they wouldn't let me, they wouldn't let my mom drive me, because I'm not exactly sure why, but they wanted, they wanted the ambulance. So the ambulance had to come and get me. Um, they made me they made me leave my bed that I was so comfortable in, but it's okay, you know. Get on the ambulance stretcher, and they buckled me in. That was the worst part. No, the worst part was I had to pee so bad, and they did not let me go to the bathroom because they were scared of I was going to pass out or something, like cuz I was lightheaded if I stood up or something. I forget, but they didn't let me pee, and I really had to pee cuz you know, they give you all the fluids cuz it's day 1. They gave me all the fluids, and I was constantly like, you just have to pee, like you just got to go. You just got to go. When they give you fluids, you got to go. Um so that was that. And then uh the ambulance came, they put me on the stretcher, they buckled me in, and then they drove me to Children's Hospital. I was in the back of the ambulance, and I was kind of sleeping, but I was trying so hard not to pee. My mom, she went home. She got me some pajamas and some clothes because we weren't sure like if I had to stay over or what was happening. Like, I asked her to also get me some food because I was hungry. So basically, I fall asleep, and then all of a sudden I wake up and they're wheeling me into the hospital on a stretcher. And like, I was with the EMTs, and I had to pee so bad, like extremely bad, but like they weren't supposed to let me off the stretcher until I was checked in or something like that, until they checked me in, because my mom wasn't there because she had to drive separately, so she like could get all my stuff and like stuff like that, so she had to drive separately. So I was like, please, please, like, I'm about to pee myself. I'm about to pee myself. So then they ended up letting me off, and I had to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom really quickly, and I had a fever, but I was shaking, and like I was freezing. Like, I felt cold, but I was really, really hot. So then I felt completely normal, like completely normal, completely normal. And so then they ended up admitting me that night. So my day 1, it was January 31st of cycle 4. They ended up admitting me to the hospital, so I had to stay over, which really sucked, but it was fine. Um, so then I stayed over, and then February 1st, I got my cycle 4 day 2 chemo in the main campus of Children's Hospital in the same room. And that's when I painted my pet rock. I literally made a pet rock turtle. It was so cute because they had all these. They had like way more crafts because it's a bigger campus, and I walked around a lot. Like, it really made my day. I was so happy. Um, but I ended up sleeping a lot on my day 2, and then I got to leave after my chemo. I got to leave after a couple more hours because I had to stay a full 24 hours. So that was that. Um, then on day 3 of cycle 4, it was another day that Gil was there. So when she's there, it's literally like craft day. Like, you make so many different cool crafts. So that day I made it's like a wooden rectangle, and then there were 3 hearts dangling. So my room is purple and white, so I made a purple and white and gray, like a, like, I don't know, it said my initials on it. I said, like, my room, welcome to my room, or something like that, I wrote on it. So that's the stuff that I did on day 3, like just crafts and crafts and crafts. So then my last chemo was day 8 of cycle 4, and it was February 7th. And it's crazy because today is January 14th, and my last chemo was February 7th of last year. So I'm almost a full year of my last day of chemo, which is crazy to think about. So my last day of chemo was like, it was supposed to be fun because it's a short day, your day 8. Well, my day 8 was shorter. So that was that. So basically the nurses and the child life and the social worker, they normally they said, oh, like, we're so excited for your day 8. Like, this is what they told me on day 3. And so I was they said, well, we have like a cute little party. And so I was so excited to go on my last day. Like, I was so excited, but I was sick. And so chemo kids, like, oncology patients, like, our immune systems get really, really, really weak and bad. So you can't really, like me personally, like, I really didn't go to school. Like, I was doing a lot of homeschooling and stuff, because it was that time of the year where there's sicknesses going around. Occasionally I would go into school for like half a day or something like that. But yeah, so I was sick, so I had to be quarantined because I didn't want to get any of the other kids sick that were there, because I had this weird, they thought I had an intestine infection. I'm not gonna say why because it's just kind of gross. So basically I was quarantined and I felt like shit the whole day. Not even gonna lie, I felt like shit. Um, but it was my last day of chemo, so that was that. Then February 15th was a scan, another PET scan, just to make sure that all of my cancerous spots in my body like shrunk enough to where they had to be, and everything was the numbers and levels that they wanted it to be at. So then I got my results and it was good. Like, I didn't need any more cycles of chemo. I didn't need any more radiation. So that was that. And then, stop, I'm literally gonna start crying. On February 26th, I went in for another checkup and I did my height, my weight, all that stuff, got my blood taken, all of that. And then I didn't know where, because, okay, so normally there's in the 2 rooms, there's the 2 rooms at Chop 40s, and the lights are normally off until I, like, because me personally, like, that sort of became like the room that I would always go to. Like, I was always in that same room. Like, I was just constantly in that room. Like, that kind of became the place that I would always go to when I got my treatment. So on the 26th of February, when I went back for my checkup, I was getting my height and weight and my blood work done and stuff. So my mom had my coffee and she went to put her purse and stuff down, but she didn't know that that room was open, like no one was in it, because the light was on, but normally every time we went the light was off. So the nurses, basically, she was sitting down in one of the cubes, and the nurses told her to move into the room that I was always in. So I'm sitting there, I'm sitting on the doctor's stool because I'm feeling good, everything, and then all of a sudden I hear this, like stomping and clapping, and then all of a sudden I turn and I spin, because I'm facing my mom, and she's like, the door's right behind me, like this is the door. And then I see all my nurses, the social worker Darlene, the child life specialist Bree, and basically they're all clapping and cheering for me that I finished my chemo treatment, and they had a cute little poster. Cute poster. They had an elephant for me, and it was like I don't even know how to explain like how like, I don't know, it just made me extremely happy because they like helped me like they like literally like became my family. Like they helped me through it all. Like I literally, like if it was any other people, I don't know how I would have, like I literally like don't know what I would do without them. So then emotional old me, I was literally bawling my eyes out, and I was so happy and like sad because like I'm used to seeing them constantly, and like now that it's done, like now that my chemo was over, I would only be going in like monthly for a checkup. So like it's not like I would be seeing them like 5 times a month, 5 times every 21 days or something like that. So that was that. That was sad. That was really sad for me. But so that was that. And then on March 12th was the day that I got my port taken out. And that was a really, really big day because your port is literally everything. They access your blood. They access your blood, and that's where you get your chemo from. Like that's where your chemo goes. So when I found out that I was getting my port taken out, I was extremely excited because that meant like my everything was good. Like my scans were good, my numbers were good, and everything like that. So that was literally like an amazing day for me because it meant like, wow, like you literally did it. Congratulations, Kayla, you did it. You rocked it. You slayed that. Like it was just really, really amazing. So that was that. And yeah, so I guess how I handled the whole situation was, there is a quote, and not a quote, there's a line in the movie Willy Wonka, which used to be my favorite movie, and I don't know why, because it kind of scares me now. And it's when all the kids go into the factory, win the prize at the end or something, and Willy Wonka says, oh, well, competence is key. And literally, like, that quote, like I was just constantly thinking about that quote. Like it was constantly in my head. Like you have to be confident. Like you have to be confident bald. You have to be confident as a, like like, I don't know, you just have to be confident all around, like no matter what. And like even if you're bald, even if like you're getting terrible acne because of your chemo because it wants to come out of your pores, so it wants to give you terrible acne. You have to be confident through that. You have to be confident through losing your eyebrows and your eyelashes, because I literally looked like an alien. But you just got to be confident. You have to be confident when you try and draw on, when I had to try and draw on my eyebrows because I literally had no eyebrows. This was me, but no eyelashes too. So, and then when I tried to draw on my eyebrows, and one was like this, or one was like more curved, and one was more squared. Like, you just got to be confident through that. Like, I don't know. When you're walking down the halls in school, bald, you have to be confident. When you're walking anywhere, bald, you have to be confident. You just gotta be confident, and it'll make yourself feel way, way better. Like, that quote helped me through everything that I went through, from being diagnosed with Hodgkin's. Like, I don't know. It just helped me. So, if you're going through not even the same thing, but if you're getting chemo treatment or anything like that will make you scared, or make your appearance how you normally appear to people change, like find a quote that makes you feel good, and just think about it constantly, because it'll really like make you feel 100% better. Because, well, I'm like, that's how it worked for me, but not all people are like that. So that's that. Another quote is, she believed she could, so she did. I cannot tell you how many I'm not wearing it, but how many bracelets I have of that saying, how many necklaces I have, how many times I've written it down on a piece of paper. That's another quote that literally is amazing. Like, she believed she could, so she did. You believe you can get through whatever hard time or whatever treatment or anything that you're going through, and then you'll be able to do it. Like, you literally fake it till you make it. So that was that. And I'll probably tell my nurses to watch this video. So guys, I literally love you so much, and I miss you, and I will have to be emailing you prom dress pictures because I need your opinion again. So yeah, but thank you guys for watching. And if, like I said, if you're going through anything, like, find a quote that makes you so happy, and that you can hear yourself say to yourself in your head, say to people out loud. Like, just do it. Just do it. That's another one. Literally, just do it, guys. Just go like and subscribe.